Hello, everyone. How you guys doing? Welcome back to the official NickWalshTV channel. Oh my God, my voice is so cooked. Hello. How you guys doing? Welcome back. In case you haven't been following the news, aka my Instagram, I am not very well, you guys. EPT Paris was sensational for so many reasons. But just prior to that, my lovely moderators will know I was actually quite poorly just before I left for Paris. During Paris, I seemed to be okay, but wasn't full strength and felt a little bit run down. And then returning from Paris, I was like legitimately the sickest I've been in a very long time. I thought today would be okay to get back online. My voice is only just returning after 2 days of agony. I've had a really sore throat and all the stuff that goes with that. But here we are. We're going to try and do a stream. Sorry about the double stream just now, guys. I had to make some more adjustments. I don't know why, but for some reason, all of my settings were wrong, and it was causing an overload on Twitch side. So hopefully everything is functioning nicely and looks good. I'm going to maybe take it easy on the voice today, guys. I only just got my voice back. I did a lot of talking in Paris, as you'd expect from a commentator. But we're going to try and play some poker. We're going to try and do what we can today. I think maybe we're going to do a slightly shorter stream than usual, though. I want to try and get some volume up on the board. I want to hang out with you guys as I should. However, it's not going well. We're off to a bad start here, guys. Let's take a look at our graph so far. All right, so if you guys missed it, we are doing a Spin and Go challenge of sorts this year. My intention is to officially announce the challenge for next week, and we'll start the challenge from next week. But as I said before, we're going to include all the results that we've had this year so far. There's no point throwing that data out when it's here and it's in plain sight. So we're making progress, guys. Like I said, we're not winning chips at the same rate as we were at the 10s. That's to be expected. However, I do think that probably we want to mix up the times that we play a little bit more. We're going to probably have a very good time during Scoop, as our traffic will be much better, much more improved. There'll be a lot more MTT players trying to play spins like they think they can. And I'm looking to improve upon this graph so we see this number going whoop and going higher. Whoop, whoop. And then hopefully we'll win some more money. At the moment, I think we're up about $600 or $700. I don't know what the exact math is, but we're up a couple $100 in actual profits so far. We are running above EV as well. It should be noted. And then, of course, with our rakeback and rewards, which is a considerable part of the edge that we currently have, it's like another $520 or something like that. So we're looking good. $600 or $700 on the year so far, and a lot more volume to go. We are going to play about 10,000 games overall this year. It's going to be about $250,000 gambled overall. And we are, about 1,000 and something games into this. So with no further ado, let's just play some poker. I'm going to try and chill out my voice. Hello, everybody in the chat. Hello, Raksha. Hello, Tom. Hello, Kaz. Hello, Joni. Hello, Joni. Hello, Ed K. How you guys doing? Welcome back. John Edwards, thank you very much for the sub. You can keep using the world's greatest animated emotes. I'm going to make some more of those, by the way. Okay. So I was just taking a look at the Scoop schedule, guys. It is currently Scoop. I suppose also before we kick things off, I should address this. This season for Scoop, the MTT players will focus on MTTs. As a Spin and Go player, I'll focus on Spin and Goes. My objective is to play a lot of volume towards the Spin and Go challenge. Next week, also, I'd like to try and do some high-stakes Fridays that we've been discussing. I'm going to try and get some spin friends to join me. We're going to play some hundreds, and we're going to talk some strategy most Fridays in this month during Scoop. And at the end of Scoop, towards the end, we'll probably likely cover the main event. So we will still broadcast some of that. But currently, the plan is for me to lock in and create more Spin and Go content, which I know you guys enjoy. But also, I will be playing Scoop. It is Scoop. It's still a great time to play tournament poker. I was looking at the schedule this evening, and I'm thinking about playing the Big Mystery. There is an 11, a 55, and a 215 Big Mystery, which kicks off at around 4 o'clock today. They are giant mystery bounty events that are one-dayers. And there's also an event called the Copacabana Unlimited, which is a one-day event, which is a $5.50, a $33, and a $2.15 with unlimited re-entries. That looks absolutely insane. Might get Uncle Curtis around to play those. In any case, we're going to focus on the spins today, and we're going to play some $25 games now, and we're going to see how we get on. All right, let's go. All right, we have a 2x multi. We recognize both of these players. Hello, everybody in the chat. By the way, I know I've already said hi to some of you, but welcome, welcome. If you guys have any questions, hit me up. I'll try my best to communicate with you, despite my voice being kind of cooked right now. Unlucky river there. Stress Omega, thank you very much for the follow. Big deal, O'Neill. Thank you very much for the sub as well, buddy. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get all my bits and bobs open right now so I can communicate with you guys properly. I feel like whenever I go to on an EPT or whatever, I feel like it takes ages before I fully remember what the fuck I'm doing when I get home. Oh my goodness, I am run down, guys. Sixes is a good hand, though. Stress Omega, thank you for the follow. Big deal, O'Neill. 12 months, dude, at Tier 1. Thank you so much. I don't know why I said Tier 1 like that matters in the slightest. Thank you very much, buddy. Thank you for your support. And you were only slightly embarrassed by John Edwards, who has been resubbed for 18 months at Tier 1. Thank you very much, both of you guys. I really appreciate the support. Not a good flop for King Trey, but there we go. Uncle Curtis wants to play Scoop tonight. Let's go. All right, can we win $50, chat, is the question. Can we win 50 US dollars? So you're saying there's a chance. We start this hand at 6 big blinds effective against the reg, so we're just going to play this as a pusher. Fairly straightforward stuff. What's up, Zafine? Good to see you. Thank you, mate. It's a pleasure to be back. I'm sorry that there was a bit of a gap there. Coming back from Paris, so my intention was to jump straight back on stream on Tuesday, but honestly, like, I woke up on Monday ready to fly. This is fine anyway. I woke up on Monday in Paris, and I had to get up really early to catch a flight. The idea was to fly at around 10-ish, so I had to get a 7 o'clock pickup, which is usually how things are handled. I'm actually going to bluff this river. I think that we actually get away with quite a lot there. The fact he's checking down there, like sometimes he'll have queen high, but king high and ace high seems a lot more likely. This is just a fold against the reg. So I woke up really early, and we were hanging out the night before because, of course, Felix had his big win. He came second in the main event, which was just incredible, and I was super jazzed for him. But I was in bed before 11:30 because I knew I had to be up really early. So I woke up and I felt pretty good, like in my body, but I felt like I'd been hit by a truck. As in, like, I wasn't hungover, and I actually like felt physically okay. I didn't feel sick or unwell like that in that sense. I just felt like really, really like run down. And then my like nose was running as I got into the taxi and all that stuff, and I just felt really gross. And then I got on the plane, finally got home at a reasonable time, and I was like, this is probably the beginning of something pretty bad. And then when I woke up on Tuesday morning, I like opened my eyes, and it was like 4 in the morning, and I felt like I'd swallowed razor blades. Like, it was absolutely awful, and I was like, I had no idea what to do. I needed like some sort of pharmaceutical help, but I didn't know what I needed, and I didn't know what we had in the house, and it was just like not great. Lighter, what's up? Good to see you, man. We are live on YouTube right now as well, right? Sorry, guys. Sorry about that, chat. This is the price you pay for for me getting back online faster. We are live. Okay, good. We'll get Uncle Curtis around. Hello, Jeffrey Watt. I haven't said hi to you yet. What's up? Or maybe I have. I'm not sure. Anyway, we got one win in the bag. Tom says it sounds like it needs to run its course. I feel like it is. I feel like it is. Thank you, Raksha. Thank you for checking on YouTube. I feel like it has, or it is, or it's on the way out. I definitely feel 100 times better. Like I'm currently not. That's not true. I took some painkillers this morning. But I'm not on. I had some ibuprofen and some. I was taking ibuprofen and paracetamol, and I had some cough drops, and I had some cough medicine, and I had some Lemsip and all kinds of random things like not all at the same time necessarily, but I'm trying to do it properly. I think I haven't had a painkiller since this morning, so I think I'm definitely getting better. I think there's a chance. A couple people got quite unwell after Paris. Had a message from Leo Worthington, who was also against the reg. I'm gonna fold that time. I think we're getting really close. It's like it is quite a few big blinds for King 4 suited against the King of Poker. I think that probably that one's right on the cusp. But I've been trying to adjust slightly tighter for regs in general. Ever so slightly. I've got a system. I'm not going to tell you about it, but I have a system. Okay, now we can fold against 2. I was going to call against the initial jam. I think we need to call there probably. Queen Jack's going to have too much equity to want to fold that one, I think. We do dominate some of it as well. And now how to proceed here. Thank you very much for the follow. Mr. Easy, what's up? Good to see you. Thank you for hanging out today. I'm going to bet the turn here instead of the flop. See what my opponent wants to do. Just the one big blind. And yeah. Okay, I guess we have to try. He can still call us with an 8 here or whatever, or a jack, but I think this is fine as a concept. Okay, I rolled kind of low here, guys, so I'm going to try and turn this into a bluff. Let's make this 2.25. Normal size sort of raise as a bluff. And And we are still here. We're still here. Still in limp territory. Talking on stream won't help. Maybe make it a shorter day. I think we're probably just gonna have a shorter stream today in general. Queen Jack of Clubs is probably the best hand ever. Ever. Nice hand for the hundo. I'd say that was a pretty good game for us overall. So far, I think all 3 games have been fine. All like pretty solid stuff. But yeah, it's been a while since I was sick in a way where I felt like I couldn't do anything for like more than the last time I felt unwell before Paris. That was only like 24 hours. It's been a while since I've been like properly like bedridden for more than 24 hours. I'm going to simplify this against the reg in the 3x multi. Just going to play the profitable push, and that is all she wrote. I don't know. Maybe my vocal cords need a little bit of exercise, Tom, after being in silence. Cinco, cinco, cinco. Pocket fives actually might be a reasonable big ISO here as well. I can't remember exactly. I need to do a little bit more work on the pre-flop for the big ISOs at those deeper stack depths. So, Jack 10 spades. I think this is probably still okay to bet on the flop. It actually probably is not an unreasonable 2-barrel value bet. Obviously getting called by worse jacks. Still getting called by some 5x here as well. And on the river, we'll just check. Value from Queen 5 of diamonds is also nice. Good size to punish that as well. And where are we at with the jack deuce here? I'm going to leave that up to the randomizer. I'd be interested to study this one again. If we get c-bet here, I don't know how often we're supposed to float jack high, backdoor spades, backdoor straight draw. Feels tricky as a non-computer. As a person that's not a computer. Oh, the deuce has got to be good now, surely. The deuce has got to be good now, surely. Value bet with a deuce. I was going to say a pair in hand is played similarly. A pair in hand is played very similarly to ace high there. So I understand that one. Possibly one big blind is better than that anyway. That is a great turn. How often are we going to bet this turn? How often do we check? My gut says we're supposed to. My gut says we're checking now. I don't know about the strategy as a whole, but my heart kind of wants to check this turn for some reason, and I'm feeling good about that. And now presumably we have to go super big. I mean, this is obviously meant to induce, and also, I mean, this is probably like the most chaotic size we can use, right? Why would we ever check a turn if we had a flush, huh? We can't go all this way to disguise the strength of our hand and then not bomb 8 on the river. I'd really like to know how often we're supposed to check that turn. I'd say probably infrequently according to GTO. Generally speaking, GTO doesn't like to do that sort of thing. All right, let's take a little lead here. Where are we at right now? 1.75 is what I decided I'm going to lead this turn. And I might even continue to value bet again here. We can get called by worse nines plenty. We kind of control the narrative here to a certain degree as well. Fair enough, pocket queens. That's the second time the pair in the hand has cost us a little bit, but you know, these are obviously pretty infrequent situations that we encounter. That's probably a lot cheaper than if we check anyway. If we don't lead the turn, he's going to bet a similar size, and then if we check the river, he's going to go for value, which will cost us a lot more. So we probably ultimately don't lose too much in this game overall, but there were two spots where he sort of ends up having these well-disguised sort of pair in hand spots. This one is a little bit different. The pocket fives hand is one where like it's going to be very, very difficult for him to have combinations that connect with the board that don't bet, that aren't ace high or king high or something like that. On this occasion, I think this is really lovely though. Like, you know, he's going to have to check back on this flop with 4x. He's going to have, you know, pocket eights, pocket sevens, pocket sixes that might play similarly. So we end up kind of in this annoying spot where he ends up having queens, which is the pair between the 9 and the 10. But I think overall the way we play the 9-10 here is actually really cute. It's just, you know, specific to the combination he has in range here. The pocket fives one is also super interesting once we get heads up. Because when it goes check, 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 check all the way down here, he ends up having a lot of hands, king high, ace high, and very few of these pocket pairs that beat the deuces. Because if he ends up having like nines or something like that, that quite often will end up betting turn. But he ends up having like a very low pocket pair on a particular run out where he feels confident checking it down. But overall, I'd say this game is okay for us. Definitely not concerned about any of that. Nothing there I think I'm worried about changing. We have played a lot with the player on the right here. I am going to tentatively give him a reg tag because if we're not noting either, then they're probably doing a lot right. Let's play this one slow against this player. Oh, it's either a good turn or a bad turn. We're about to find out. This is a min ISO'd pot as well, so I think the king is going to be the best hand here quite often. Yeah. Not a fan of the way they play this hand at all. So this is a tricky one. We know that this player is playing a very unconventional style. I think our hand probably is too strong to want to fold here. The question is whether or not we flat or we just ship. I think the ship probably denies more equity. They might have a trap, I guess, but also I don't really know if they trap a hand that strong and then end up betting full pot on this board. Yeah, it's just not, it's not going to be good poker overall. We make a good decision here regardless. He just gets lucky with the draw. But this is part of the reason why I think the shove is better than the flat, because even if he has a complete airball bluff that's higher than second pair, he still has two overcards quite often. So we put the chips in good. Confirmation that this player is making lots of mistakes, though. That was a limp at an extremely short stack depth as well. Started the hand at 8 big blinds effective. Limp, button, 8 effective. Was 8-5 offsuit. This is not good pokers. What's up, Wee? Good to see you. Welcome. Well, another opportunity. Nice. Not bad, not bad, not bad. And let's try and do... No, this is better, isn't it, guys? Yeah, this guy actually doesn't have two big blinds, so he's not going to help us to re-ISO. If we limp in, the player on the left shoves, he's not going to reactivate the action for us, which is the ideal outcome. This is going to be ATC, assuming we don't see an ISO on the right. All right, ace, deuce, diamonds, probably just in this territory here. The weakest of the suited aces is just going to be a push there a lot, especially against the reg, who we're not going to have that much additional sort of strength against. Nice trap with ace-7 of diamonds. The king tray is textbook here. We're looking for a 5, please. Thank you. Yeah, pretty textbook here. Almost all of our offsuit kings become a jam versus limp at that stack depth, and it's just math. It's not something that we're going to adjust for players that much. If your opponent is balanced, they will catch you there with traps. If they're unbalanced, they will just limp fold in the extreme, and you're going to print money. So it's fine to just play that one as the push. Plenty of opportunities to adjust from GTO. Pretty much all of those spots are not where you want to miss them. You do not want to miss those spots. And it's not like they're super high value combos that we could play alternatively against weaker opponents either. That's not an example of a weaker opponent regardless. Sevens is good enough to play. Here we go. Let's play a min raise. Oh my god. That is a pretty sensational flop. Now, we would probably be expected to just bet a lot on this flop for the one big blind, so let's just tell the same story. I'm going to do a lot of checking on this turn, though. Of course, like this is probably how we would play some sort of overcards and stuff once in a while, depending on the opponent. We really want our opponent to feel like they can rep the straight, rep the 5, rep the missed clubs. Obviously, have to do something here as well. That's a good question, Tom. I got to change my avatar, don't I? The boombox has been there too long now. Please have a straight. We do manage to win a chunk here, which is just lovely. I do need to change the avatar though, Tom. I don't know. I feel like I want it to be something that's not inanimate now. I want a picture of. There might be a picture of me from Paris actually. I was pulling up some pictures just now to try and do a post. This is gonna work. How about this one, Tom? Do you like the look of this one? Shout out to Manuel for taking the picture. This might be kind of fun. What do you think about this, Tom? What do we think about this one? I mean, I feel like it's got to be this one now. What do you think? God, they need to turn the HD down on this camera. I look so... Oh, I'm so ugly. Jesus. I need to lose like 100 pounds immediately. Okay, this will be a min raise. We're calling a shove if needs be. Yeah, wish me luck. We end up being dominated here, which is pretty unfortunate. The alternative line is just to push pre-flop, though, so doesn't matter. We're going to get coolered here. We've got a monster hand, blind v blind there. Regardless, when I say monster, obviously not monster in terms of like overall hand strength, but a hand that we're never getting away from blind v blind for that stack depth. It's just way too high value. I feel like that might be kind of a fun avatar. I'm not sure if it reads so well. Actually, I think it would. I think it would work. What do we think? That's a fun one from Paris. I'm trying to think if there's any other cool ones from Paris, but I think QB, thank you very much for joining us again. 7 stream streak. He's streaking. He's Going into the quad in the gymnasium. Yeah, this avatar is pretty good. Although I do look really fat, so I'm not sure if I'm going to sign off on that one. What do you guys think? Tom says that works. I mean, okay, but I got to think about how I frame it now though as well. Okay, let's play another game and I'll try and think about how to do that. I think having a bit more is better and then having it cut off. Yeah, so the top right. Actually, this might work well with the this might actually work well with the way that the thing slots in there. Let me rephrase that. This might work well with how where the badge button sits on stream. And it is a picture from the Spin and Go Championships, which is very on brand. I think that's pretty funny. All right, fine. Submit for approval. Okay, that's where we're at right now. That's fine. We're getting min clicked. We're not folding yet. With 2 over cards, backdoor diamonds. Ooh, he's checking. Okay, so we got min check raised on the flop. Ace King could just be the best hand still. I don't think betting the turn makes any sense though with a hand this strong. That could be a good river. Okay, so now we're going to try and get paid by a queen, which I think probably almost always calls at least this much. Nice. And the min check raise gets punished. He turns up here with queen 6 offsuit. Yeah, I think slowing down on a 7 doesn't make any sense. If you are going to play that hand fast, you want to keep barreling turn. Although the check raise in the first place probably needs to be bigger as well, I imagine, if you want to do it. QB thinks we need a new avatar. No, we definitely. I've submitted a new one. That's why you can't see one. I hate how long it takes for those to turn over. By the way, it's probably like one person in that department. Sorry, that's not a criticism of PokerStars. It's just one of those jobs, you know. There's got to be one human that signs them off, so they just gave it to like the intern. I need some more pictures from Paris, but loads of them are on my phone still. Yeah, we're just going to call here, guys. Pretty straightforward. ATC spots. Rip the boombox. I mean, the boombox the boombox is still here. The boombox still functions. It just needs. When I upgrade the office, I've got plans for the boombox. Don't worry. That's right. Gigantify the boom. This is a fair call. King 8, of course, is very reasonable. 7. That's a pretty unreasonable outcome. I could have done the nuke. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I think I'd like to have less explosions in my content. Less explosions right now. This picture is pretty funny. That is funny. Okay, fine. I'm looking forward to getting this one through. Thank you very much for the follow, Fair Pierre. It's very kind of you. So basically, guys, next week is kind of my theoretical 2026 go date. The idea being that next week we're going to launch my social media campaign that I've been trying to talk about for a while now. We're going to launch the challenge officially. We're going to start challenge updates officially. We're going to start doing our Um, high stakes Friday situations that we've been discussing. We will be raising the turn. If I would 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 4, 5, 12, that works. It's not a great river. It's kind of tricky to figure out what we're getting called by on the river that we, like a jack isn't going to call, right? So, yeah. We get value from the spades on the turn. Do I have any pictures that would make a good caption competition? Probably. Yes, Ed. Um, but I think there's probably better ones of other people. Like that folder was just a couple snaps of me, so I could do a post about Paris. To be honest, my post about Paris is going to be mostly about Felix. It's nice to share images from the event so you get a flavor for it, but the main event, the main story is our guy Felix, who, in my opinion, was the spiritual winner of that event. Not to take anything away from our very deserving champion, I thought he played a great game. He definitely deserved to win as well. But I feel like Felix won in spirit. That was one of the coolest rails I've ever seen in my life. It was truly, truly magnificent. I'm going to bluff the flop. Nice. Yeah, running into ace king here, a bit of a cooler. This is 100% jam. Like, this one's not even close. This isn't even just like a GTO says we're supposed to spot. This is just like a common sense all in spot that we kind of get unlucky to run into ace king, but yeah, speaking of caption competitions, we might have to get another Chaparral Poker Show booked in. Kings is a good hand. Yeah, I think we're just going to get away with betting this flop more often than we should. And 10 or a queen on the river would be nice. Oh, well, we've outkicked the 8 now. It does feel like a pretty mandatory call with queen deuce, to be honest. Like, he's going to have straight draws, obviously, like 6, 7 and stuff. He's going to have 8x that we have outkick now as well. Sometimes it's a jack, I guess. Sometimes it's a 9, but yeah, there you go. Part of the straight draw, some of the straight draws will be 9x, which is a frustrating way to lose because it's one of the least likely ones for him to have, but there we are. But yeah, if he has 8-6, 8-7, 8-5, 8, any 8 basically that is not king 8 and ace 8, which he won't have because he would have shoved those pre-flop. It's a good spot, obviously. The double pair where the double pair will sometimes be the running boat. Yeah, QB, if he had won that one, it would have been less nuts. Hey, McFly, what's up? Thanks for the lovely words. Of course. Of course. Zhao is asking, I think a little bet on the river. Why check, give the ace? Zhao, which hand? Sorry, there is a delay. It's tricky to keep up with what you guys are talking about. Shout out to McFly, by the way. Good to see you, buddy. And Dean. Hello, Dean. Zhao, if you're talking about this hand, I'm struggling to understand what I'm getting called by that and what we're beating. stupid thing. 1 second. Hand history. If you mean this one, what are we getting called by? So first of all, he leads. I'm not suggesting that I always put him on an ace or anything like that, but this is just obviously a pretty straightforward call. On the turn, we're raising for value because, like I said, we have the best hand way too often not to want to put more chips in. When they lead for one here as well, they're not giving me, strong hand vibes either. It's going to be ace high sometimes. It might be a jack. It might be the flush draw. It might be like queen seven of spades, for example. And then on this river, I think this is the hand you're talking about. I'm waiting for confirmation in the chat. He's saying, why not a little bet? I'm struggling to understand what we're supposed to be getting called by. If they have a king, we're chopping. If they have an ace, they have a speed, and they've trapped us. A jack is outkicked. So a jack is not a jack. A jack is aces and kings, jack high. Queen high hero call after I've raised the turn doesn't seem likely, so it's just difficult to imagine what we're getting called by. That's a good outcome for us here. I would say this is probably we get our value on the turn by raising like we're supposed to, and then we just check. I mean, I don't know. It's not really too many upsides. Just give me a sec, guys. I'll be right back. Okay. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm a believer in making thin value bets. And you never want to sort of go if you have a very, very strong hand. If you have a very, very strong hand, and your opponent can still call with even stupid shit, you should still be making the bet. But yeah, the full with the king. Okay, yeah, that was the one you were talking about. I'm a big believer in making value bets thin, and I'm a big believer in give your opponent the opportunity to make a mistake. But that one's I don't even want to say it's too thin. That's not exactly what I mean. It's just like there's not enough hands that want to call hero call us, even if they're being like complete psychopaths. I obviously went a little bit off-piste here, flatting aces. We're not folding. This would be an interesting, if he triples here, this would be a very interesting prospect. Because against a reg, when he sees me flatting here, I'm not sure how often he legitimately has bluffs. Oh man, this really sucks now, to be honest. My opponent is just not bluffing. He's actually just not bluffing in this spot. I know this seems kind of crazy, guys, but I'm telling you 100% we're not winning with aces here. Like, the fact that we flatted in that position, we're going to end up having a10 or a queen or a king so frequently our opponent has no bluffs, which means he only has value. And he's not doing that with enough. That's not really true. I take back that statement. What I'm saying is source, trust me, bro. What I'm saying is reg v reg, this pattern the pattern that we just saw is not good for aces. This is not a good spot, basically, is what I'm getting at. Okay, cool. We want to make a note about this specific setup here because ace-8 ends up being too strong to want to fold in this spot, but I think that there's a pattern that you want to note here in Mackie. This is a pattern that I see all the time. If we have a much weaker hand than ace eight, I can actually get away from this just right off the bat. But we want to have a note on the min raise into eight effective here. It's a bit more complicated because it's not exactly like a sizing tell. If one player is normally stacked, if two players are normally stacked and one player is short and they min raise, it's not exactly like, you know, weird. Yeah, the avatar flashes and then it goes away until it's actually shown. Anyway. What do we do with our music? There we go. I'm going to start bluffing. Save. Okay. Did the Johnny Chan play in the limp? Yeah, exactly, QB. Do the Johnny Chan play in limp with aces there? Not quite there. I flatted aces in the small blind, multi-way. I flatted aces in the small blind multi-way like an absolute genius, and then got away from it like an absolute genius. What's up, Big Tasty? Thank you for the follow. I should do that more often anyway, guys, right? Hey, why did you fold those aces? My sources, trust me, bro. Just trust me, bro. Come on, the king eight. Big Tasty says, I do love the spin and go content, but I'd love to see you do long MCC grind at some point. Fair enough, mate. I have done in the past. It's been a while, to be fair. Scoop is a good time to do that as well. Let's go ahead and delay bet this one. This should work fine. Now even Stevens and chips. 6 and a deuce, get a walk, feels good. Now in lead. Deuce and a 4 against the unknown player. Let's just take it out completely. And the 6 and the 5 off. I think you have to pay him to do it. Accepting donations. Oh, yeah. A7's a bit of a cold deck here. Definitely got to call. Definitely got to call the shove with the A7. We could do a scoop day for sure. There will be actually quite a few opportunities this month. I think that's probably a good idea. We could do 1 or 2 regular MTT days. I have the setup for it. It doesn't have to be small either. We can play some bigger stuff. Spades are dead. Spades. Yeah, the new. It's annoying how that works, but it shows the new profile picture, and then it takes it off to show you that it's not actually currently live. I think it's going to look nice though, wrapped around this button. Speaking of which, why is this turned off? Spin and go live champion. It's a bit misleading. Not intentionally. Hello, Zintex. All right, mate. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Hello, sir. Hello, my Slovenian friend. I must win. When he snap calls in the turn, I think that there will be a lot of like miss straight draw, miss flush draws. So I think the check is better. Sometimes you'll have a 10 or a 9 or whatever, but I think probably for the most part when we bet this turn after no bet on the flop and then they snap call, they're going to have a random heart, a random straight draw. A little bit more often. There you go. They end up having 8-6, which outkicks us because we have 6-4, which is a particularly funny one because you have to imagine they're probably bluffing more than they're value betting. Well done, though, mate. Not sure about that one. Seen a bit syntax. This one goes for sure. 2 very live cards. Not live enough. Two very probable regs at the table. All right, pocket queens. You absolute nutter butters. Do not fold your hand. Jack high like a boss. Quattro, quattro. Thank you very much for the follow, Theraflex. What's up? Thanks. What's up? And thank you. And sorry I lost my voice today. Otherwise, I'd be more enthusiastic. I'd be Trey enthusiastic. How you doing? Queen, Jack, diamonds like a boss. Club's not live. That might be a good turn. That might be a good turn. There's a big bet on the turn now. I think this is probably the best course of action. If they do have the backdoor clubs, they're going to be priced in. If they have the straight draw, they're going to be priced in. If they have the queen, they're still going to call. If they have a good nine, they're still going to call. What's not to love? What's not to love? Yeah, exactly, Tom. That's the voice cooked now. That's my voice gone again. That's my voice completely cooked again. Does the trap work? Does the trap work? Pryor says, I wonder how you lost your voice. I've actually just been unwell. I've actually just been sick. I'm going to put in half my stack here. And then we're going to commit the rest. Wish me luck, guys. If my opponent has clubs or a straight or whatever, good luck. Wish him the best of luck. Hokage is asking, we got $100 spinning goes tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Not tomorrow, but we will next week. The plan is to start doing those regularly every Friday, starting from next week. Look, it's a min 3-bet, guys. If he's got aces or whatever, good luck to him, but we're not folding when there's this much dead money in the middle. Sometimes it's ace-jack. You never know. Anything but a boat, baby. Let's go. Hokage, we will be doing that, though. We will do that next week. The idea is to start our sort of 2026 schedule next week. It's annoying that it's taking me this long to try and get things in place, but it's been outside of my control. Next week should also signal the start of our regular social media output. So the social media campaign that I've been planning for a while now. Tomorrow, next week, sorry guys, the idea is we're going to start our proper social media push. We're going to start doing our Fridays like we planned, which will be Big Spin Fridays. And then also start doing posts about, regular posts about the challenge and the update and the running totals. L1 says it was a good result, bro. I like and follow you. Paraguayan Brazilian hug. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. All right, let's see if we can beat this guy. So far, I'd say it's safe to say our friend is playing a kind of punting style, like the boats. I wonder how you lost your voice after that shout. No, it wasn't to do with shouting. I was just sick in Paris, and I actually very rarely lose my voice. Funny for a professional commentator. I do feel like my voice is starting to sound a bit more normal, though. But that one caught me off guard. 2-pair over 2-pair. What's up, Tyrell? Good to see you, man. Say Theraflex again. Did you like Theraflex? You don't like Theraflex? It's a new American pharmaceutical, Theraflex. I mean, it could also be pronounced the reflex, but if people would just learn how to capitalize their names, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's Theraflex. If there's a capital T and there's a capital R, or their flex, there's a capital T, capital F, or it could be capital T, capital R. Tyrell, you're right. Sorry, you are completely correct. The note should have gone straight on there. You are so right, and thank you for reminding me, mate. You are so correct, and that should have been a snap label. Min 3-bet squeeze versus open raise call. Min 3-bet squeeze, big blind versus open raise call multi-way was ace jack off. Very good to know. Thank you. For the reminder. QC, what's up? Oh, yeah, it's been a while, or I miss you anytime you were online. Always up to see some Nick Walsh playing some tables. Good luck. QC, thank you, mate. I hope you're well today and in general. Ask your pharmacist about Theraflex. That's right. The thing is, it's probably not their flex because that should be THEIR. So it's got to be the reflex or it's got to be Theraflex. And I'm sorry, without the correct capitalization, it is impossible to know. That's why capitalization is so important. Do you see people reading my name on Twitch and going, I wonder if it's NickWalshTV? No, they're not. You know why? Because they're looking at it and they're going, it's clearly capital N Nick, capital W Walsh, capital T, capital V. I think we're allowed to just bet one here. These spots are annoying, but there we are. We did min-raise pre-flop at an awkward depth, so we should be quite strong. We have the blockers. Ask your pharmacist about Theraflex. See, my voice is coming back. I'm starting to sound more presenter-y. Theraflex may cause. Stop using Theraflex if... Breyer is asking if I'll be commentating on Scoop. So this Scoop is going to be slightly different. We're not going to do daily replays like we did last time. I will be doing commentary, and I will be hosting a show at some point, and I believe it will be for the main events, possibly some high roller action, and that will be at the end of Scoop. But otherwise, we'll be locked into spins. That's the current plan. It might change, but we will be doing some cards up for Scoop, but it will probably just be more focused around the ending and the main events. Wow. 2 100% push spots, dominated in both. And we managed to get out of jail twice. Which is always nice, don't get me wrong. But I'm not that fussed about getting out of jail faux free in a 3x multi when we could be not running into the cold deck. Hey, Lawler, what's up? It was great to see you in Paris, man. I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to hang out more. I'm sure you got to see a little snapshot, but like when I'm on those trips, mate, I'm just so flat out. There's so much shit going on. It was great to see you, mate. I promise the next time. In fact, Lawler, just give me your number or whatever, dude. The hardest part is trying to organize stuff when you don't really have direct access. Drop me a message. Give me your number. In fact, did I already ask you for that? That would be kind of stupid, wouldn't it? Those aren't good hands, are they? Beside the sea, hello. What's up? I do love to be beside the seaside, beside the side. How you doing? I genuinely had people call me in work asking for Mr. One Ill. Oh, I see. Mr. One Ill. Oh my god. Well, it's better than Mr. Big Deal Online. Is it better? No, it's not better. Actually, that's way better. Hello, I'm looking for Mr. Big Deal. Mr. Big Deal Online. Oh my god, it's the king of fucking poker. Chat, can you believe it? It's the king of poker. Oh, by the way, I forgot that I have these buttons. Oh, that's right. I forgot all about this shit. Okay, what are we gonna do? What was the size? This is the size. This is my my incredible big blind saving exploit that is gonna revolutionize spin and goes. No, I know that you understand that, like, I'm just busy, but, like, you know. I know that you understand, but, like, it's nice to make an effort, and, like, I hope you don't think I would have liked to have had a proper chat. I'm not folding. And we got rivered. We played that hand so well, and we still got rivered. It's a blessing just to see you. That's very kind. And we got cold deck with ace-jack. Nice. Probably coming to Monaco. Okay, I think there's a chance I'm coming to Monaco. I haven't missed a Monaco in many years. Many years. And I don't know if you guys heard James Hartigan discussing it, but he unofficially has soft, not announced, that we might have some special events happening in Monaco. Oh. 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 Okay, well, that's definitely a call. Despite the fact we end up being behind against the ace-7. Hail to the god of spin. All right, let's not sing today. You had me at James. Ed K says I did hear James say something like that. And I would go so far as to say that if James Hartigan says that kind of thing out loud on air, you know there's a good shot that there's going to be a little bit of extra content. Whether that is live or post-produced, I don't know. But there we are. Yeah. We got a king in. We flop into trips. Ten-7 of diamonds. Didn't even get to show him your Casio. That's honestly, that's a real sin there. Cash games were juicy last year. Cash games are usually juicy. Kind of just depends. Kind of just depends on the location and the rake. Although, I don't know. I've never been a big believer in obsessing about rake, especially in live games. I've probably played in some of the most heavily raked games on the planet. And I can probably confirm that all of them were highly beatable. What the fuck is this run out? Le flush draw. Yeah, hey Lawler, did you actually go and look at what it looks like over there? It's really nice. The Barrier Club card room actually is very, very fancy. We have a straight draw and a flush draw on the turn. I'm going to bluff. This is a mandatory push. And now, can we wake up with a hand? Oh, the walk there is so massive. Let's go. King of Poker. More like the king of go home. Oh, never mind. I'm just kidding. King, I'm not actually. I'm not trying to be clever. Until now. Heavily rate games, do you mean Grand Tour? I mean any games. Oh, dear. Okay, one sec, guys. My voice. I play PLO 5 where the rake is worth. I play PLO 5. The high rake is worth the live edge where you know people aren't sharing cards. PLO 5, man, what an absolute dream game. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I've played 6-card live. Cough medicine. Got some bottled water. Net depositor, I did, yes. I did. Well, at least some of it. I think I watched a bit of the intro, and then I skipped around to some of the topics. The topic of 5-card, 6-card PLO and everything like that, I think is super interesting. It is one of those things where I think that the prospect of playing those kinds of games for very high stakes is very, very, very interesting, but kind of like Lawler is saying, like not necessarily for that reason specifically, but the prospect of playing 5 card, 6 card PLO in a live environment, if you can find games like good games, it's just so sick if you're prepared for it. Um, that I totally understand why the pivot. I was kind of low key surprised that it seemed like Jungle hadn't played a lot of those games. I assumed that he would be playing, and I might have misunderstood as well. I don't want to misspeak, but it did sound as though Jungle hadn't really experimented much in that sort of territory. When I kind of anticipated that he would have played like any kind of game if the game was good enough. Like that's kind of how I feel about cash games. Having said that, like I've played higher stakes cash games if the game was good, but usually kind of inflow with the game and like nothing even remotely near as high as Jungle would have played. But yeah. All right, guys, just give me one sec. Okay. All right, chat. Sorry about that. Oh, my voice. All right, a little bit of hydration, a little bit of cough medicine, and a little bit of all-in blind v blind. Hello, Stian. Back to full health, I hope. Not quite. Not quite, but we're online and we're making content. How are you doing, Stan? Welcome. I was just saying to everybody about how my voice is starting to go again. I'm feeling kind of weird, guys. I got a weird feeling about this hand. I thought he might give me a little chance to do something weird. The jack high float for the memes. Jack high float to try and make the move. The 10-9 push is fine here as well. This is definitely going to be okay from him. This is definitely a call. And the king-queen. All right. My friend has 4 big blinds here, so what are we going to do? We're getting the chips in the middle and hoping for the best. Ocho. Ooh, got the ocho. I was going to float him with jack high and then make a move, but didn't give me a chance, did he? All right, $100. Here we go. This guy can't fold, won't fold, but that was in a KO event, so let's keep an eye on that. We will be seeing a lot more of the MTT regs popping up on the Spin and Go streets during Scoop, which I'm looking forward to. I will be playing some evening sessions. I don't have any plans to stream those as a schedule, but I probably will try and do some this month. I think there's an opportunity for us to sort of boost our... there's a pretty good opportunity for us to boost our results for the challenge this year during, obviously, big tournament series. What the hell happened? I got called down by ace high. Oh, man, that's perfect. I didn't even see that hand. I just replayed the hand where I went down like that. Our friend just snapped him off with ace high. Hey, Jakers, thank you very much for the sub, dude. Hope you're well. Thank you very much for the follow. That's Dame Nog. Hello, Dame. Briar, thank you for the sub as well. I'm not even sure if that's popped up yet, though. I see it in my activity feed. Thank you, sir. Far too kind. Far, far too kind. Trapping queens like a boss. Trapping queens like a boss. And I think we'll just give it the 2.8 big blinds on the turn. Interesting. This is an interesting line. Our opponent bets the flop. They check the turn, and now they're jamming river. I don't believe you. Nice. That one makes sense. That is a good hand, sir. Good hand, well played. Well deserved. I thought perhaps one ace of hearts or one queen of hearts, perhaps. But it is just the nut flush, like a boss, and that's okay. That's okay. I respect that. I respect that a lot. Check raise flop. I'm going to do this. Immediately regret it. What's up, BC? I got second in the $11 5-card Omaha PKO for 1.9K last night. I got rivered in a 100 big blind pot for the trophy. Damn. All in on the turn, he had 18% and got there with a flush versus my set. Absolute disaster. Wishing better luck in the spin streets. Thanks, dude. Well, that's still a very, very, very good run. So you should be proud of that. And I think that, it's a scoop event as well. And the trophy, oh, woof. Unlucky, mate. Well, keep grinding. And good luck in the games to come. But that's... sounds like you did the right thing. I'm just hoping that I'll be alive tomorrow. With all my illness recently. Just want normal life to go back to normal. Want to go back to the gym. I was doing so well in the gym. Now, in the 2x multi, I'm going to call here. Against the unknown player, they're going to shove tighter. The problem is when they're this short, they can have all kinds of junk. So, it's fair. Yeah, it's a fair fight. I think we're probably priced in here no matter what, guys. We have half our stack in the middle. Just give us 2 live cards. Oh, so live. All right, next hand. Next game. Next game, please. Yeah, that's the universe back and down. Games have been pretty tough today. We've had a lot of regs. Lot of reg battles here. A lot of reg v reg wars. Let's go, KT. Let's go. Let's go, KT. Let's go. Yeah, Ace Jack is a good hand. What do we call that run out, eh? BC is asking about Chapel Poker Show. We don't have one booked in, but I'm pretty sure that we will have one. Lined up soonish. Why are we getting raised here? What is he checking the flop with that he's raising the turn? Ah! I want to know what he had. What's that, guys? We'll take a look in a sec. How's our Nick doing, by the way? Health restored, or does he need to pick up another med kit? I think we need a med kit. Med kit required. Look who's here, guys. You're not on camera. You're on camera now. Oh God, look who it is, guys.
Oh yeah, nice hit.
Woo! One sec, let me change the mic for you. The sun is out, mate. It's true. It is crazy. All right, what am I doing here? 1 second.
How the spins go?
Yeah, not great.
Yeah, going like spins go. Brilliant.
Not great. Uncle Nick is tired and
here we go.
old. What's going on here? What's going on here? Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, Mike Ox properties. Here we go. Sort of. All right, now talk, Curtis.
Yo. Hello.
Okay, I got to turn that down now.
Highs and lows.
It's gonna be really loud for them. 1 second.
Probably not best for me.
I'm talking about the highs and the lows. There we go.
So you actually playing some spins? What's going on? Let's go.
Let's just chill out. Just chill. I'm trying to do.
God damn.
Is it saved as like saved as mod? Okay, that works. Hey everybody, look who it is. The man with no.
Let me go get water because I am sweating. Oh, there's bottled water here.
Those sparkling water.
I don't want that.
I know you don't like that.
Who does?
All right, chat. Let's play one more spin.
Yeah, it's probably the safest thing for the stream.
We're gonna play one more spin and we're gonna call it quits for today. Oh, it's $100.
Shut up.
It's $100.
Where the fuck? Where do you keep your glasses?
In a big glass cupboard.
Not really glasses for water, are they?
I mean, there's quite a few on the top.
Oh jeez.
You gonna look on the top shelf or what?
I got the top shelf.
What's wrong with that?
Oh jeez. The man who has everything.
The man who has everything. It's like the old cartoons in Tom and Jerry where they never showed any of the heads of the adults. Yeah, that's Curtis, the resident adult.
Yeah. Tom, what you been up to in this kitchen? Where's that damn mouse?
What the fuck? Tom?
Tom?
What's it? Why you said it like that? Tom?
Because it was like always the oh mercy.
Wait
like
a second.
Big massive
Tom?
woman, yeah. Lordy Lord, there's that damn mouse. Where's that damn cat? Standard. Little $100.
Tom?
That'd be handy.
Down. I would offer you a chair, but this facility isn't set up like the old spot.
That's all right. I'm a man. I can stand.
I don't think we have any other chairs.
That's all right. It's handy that you have a spare mouse, though. Logic. Or is that Logic?
Oh, yeah, there's a Logitech mouse. I'm actually not even sure where the rest of it is.
Oh, god damn. Scoop, baby.
We're in. You're missing the plug for it.
Scoop. You should be telling everyone to keep an eye on Instagram, mate, because we are going deep.
You're going deep in Scoop.
We're going deep in Scoop.
Deep pan pizza.
Deep, deep in Scoop.
Going for the deep pan pizza.
It'd just be nice for one Scoop session not to get buried and then the last one bail us out. How about we just like go deep in the first couple and free roll the rest of the series? Wouldn't that be just great?
You realize you just basically said, I just wish one day tournament poker wouldn't just be like tournament poker. I just wish one day tournament poker wouldn't be exactly like tournament poker is always like tournament poker.
You know, I'm not even greedy. I'll take a 6. 6 spot.
So we end up peeling the 9-8 here, guys, because we're probably supposed to. But the fact that he's min raising into King of Poker, he's got 4 bigs, means his range is so much stronger here. But 8-9 is probably still good enough, to be fair. Probably.
Tonight's $100 should cover the Bloody Marys tonight for the lads.
I mean, big deal. That's a ridiculous statement. You know full well that I make my own Bloody Marys.
And one of the two of us absolutely cannot stand Bloody Marys.
And here's the thing. Curtis thinks he doesn't like Bloody Marys.
I just haven't had the right one yet, right?
Well, gosh, you say that. But have you ever tried this before?
Jesus, the worst drink imaginable.
I've been telling Curtis for years, it's just because he's never had a good one.
Oh! 9. Ooh.
Alright. So
He's right, it is an easy game.
we have the overwhelming chip lead.
But a lot of you probably don't know this about Nick.
Start.
Great free-handed player, one of the best spin-and-go players around. Heads up game. You know, it's not. Oh, right, okay. Show me how you play this
You're
hand.
such a dickhead. It's crazy.
Okay, what are we doing
Actually crazy.
now? What are we doing now? Are you sure?
It's crazy.
Are you sure about checking that
You
time?
are such a whale. It's hilarious. Oh my god, the deuce is the nuts.
Yeah. But you should have denied equity by betting the turn.
The deuce. Denied equity. I have a club draw. What are you on about?
Yeah, but he still has probably a possible 2 overs, better draws. Right, pays 3.
No.
Oh my god, right, bye Nick. Tonight cancelled.
It's
See you
even
later.
better.
Bye everyone.
Pocket fives.
Bye everybody.
It's got pocket fives. World class fold.
PokerStars spin and go ambassador, ladies and gentlemen.
You guys have never witnessed a fold like that
He
before.
does not understand that this is. Oh, been here before. Oh! Come on, I'll brick. Oh! Just gonna pay him?
Roar!
Pay that man? He's all in?
Roar!
Oh. Oh! Oh! Slow rolling, please slow rolling. Please slow rolling. Please.
That was long enough.
King!
That was long enough.
Diamond! 10 of diamonds. GG, $100. Well done, buddy. Woo!
See, a lot of people don't know this stuff about me, Curtis, but heads up, it's the strongest part of my game.
Yeah, sure.
All right, guys, $100, $100 in the bank. Let's take a look at that.
Feels good.
In chips. I don't know why I'm talking to this mic. I've got that one turned off. All right. Here we go.
Let's have a look at it. The old Graffaroonie.
Let's have a little look. All right, so overall, guys, work in progress. There's a lot going on here.
I love.
Today's session specifically wasn't the hottest for us, but
A good finish.
I honestly don't think we did a whole lot wrong.
Let me see. Let me judge. 10!
Pretty much break-even, gang.
Saved on the end.
Maybe around 1 buy-in's worth of EV.
10!
We ended up making $25 because we are the greatest. And that's going to be the end of our short session for today. So thank you all for coming to join me, guys. Really appreciate it. We're going to stream more tomorrow at the same time. And
we'll make you a deal. If we get on the final table of the scoop event tonight, we'll jump on a really late stream.
maybe. We'll see.
Can't say fairer than that.
I can't say fairer than that. Maybe. But yeah, sorry guys. Thank you for putting up with me today. I know that I probably wasn't on my best self, but I was trying to get back online after being sick, and my voice is sort of slowly coming back. Me and Curtis are going to go grind some scoopage now. Wish us luck.
See you on the tables.
And we'll see you on the final, chat.
We never bluff.
Unless we got the nuts.
Oh man, have I got a funny story for you about that?
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
In any case, love you all very much, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll see you guys mañana for more Spinning Goes. And as I said, guys, in the finish of this week and the start of next week, we're going to start doing a lot more of the spin content we've been promising, along with more regular social media. So we'll see you guys then. Check out the socials to be notified when we go live. I love you all very much. Bye, guys.
Bye.